Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Chaplain General. Am I audible enough?
Yes.
Thank you. I'm Chaplain General. Allow me, Chaplain General said, to introduce the members of the Muslim Judicial Council led by the President, Sheikh Abrahams, and the First Deputy President is Mulana Abdul Khalik Ali. The Secretary General is Sheikh Zaid Dante, and the Treasurer is Sheikh M. Fadin Emandin. From the side of the defense, we have Colonel Feni, the Officer Commanding of Army Support Base Western Cape. Next to him is Colonel Pillay, SSO Religious, Liaison and Communication. And at my far right is the veteran Chaplain Murphy Mart. Chaplain Ben van der Walt is also here, busy with the media, taking photos actually. Without any waste of time, sir, let me give over to you to present your media brief.
Let me thank you, Program Director, Chaplain Luwate, for a wonderful introduction. And also let me thank the media for heeding to our call on this very important day, whereby the chaplain services of the South African National Defence Force, together with our strategic partners, the religious, the Muslim Judicial Council. Our relationship has been for decades now, since the dawn of democracy. And we have been working together and sharing all our religious issues, especially in the South African National Defence Force. They have been so supportive in terms of helping us in drafting some of the policies, and also helping us in shaping the ministry of the SANDF through the Muslims, chaplains, and also within the South African National Defence Force. The purpose of this media briefing, which was instructed by the Chief of the South African National Defence Force after we received the words of encouragement and support from the Muslim Judicial Council to the SANDF soldiers. We felt, as the Military Command Council, directed so by the Chief of the National Defence Force, that this is a good move, and also he felt so motivated that his soldiers do get this support, and undivided support, by the way, from the Muslim community. And we thought that let us not keep this under the carpet. Let us publicly say it, because it is also one of those mechanisms that assist our soldiers' morale on the ground as they are facing this deadly, dangerous disease, coronavirus. But I must say that our foundations, which we stand, are so badly shaken because of this new deadly disease, coronavirus, which is leaving death and dissolution in its wake as it marches across all known human frontiers. It brings fear and dread in its wake, and at the same time ushering a new kind of consciousness that is rapidly altering the life we know. It transcends every race, creed, and color, and spares no one. And there is a need for us to respond aggressively to this deadly disease. And these are indeed very troubled times, whereby we cannot sit down and look at this enemy and do nothing. The days in which we live have an intensity and complexity such as eclipse that of all former times. All of human life, as we know, it is at risk. The need is great and the issues before us are so tremendous. So, on that note, the chaplain services of the SANDF, under the leadership of the Chaplain General, welcomes the support extended by our brothers and sisters in fellowship from the Muslim Judicial Council of South Africa on the military efforts against the COVID-19 pandemic. We are emboldened in our fight against COVID-19 by the Muslim Judicial Council and its solidarity that they have shown to our soldiers since the first cases of this deadly invisible disease were reported in our country. The Muslim Judicial Council stated it aptly in its letter of appreciation that the SANDF soldiers are bravely doing their work in the face of an invisible enemy and in the defense of our people and our country. It further commended the SANDF and remarked that the fact that our nation continues to negotiate this trying period with the required discipline is largely because of the SANDF's presence, and they are grateful for that. All these generous accolades are true statements that all South Africans of all faith are alive to the need for all of us to join hands to reclaim our new normal from this contagious disease that is in all likelihood poised to be with us for the near future. The SANDF welcomes such pledges of solidarity, which serve to further push us to strive to a greater efficiency by our soldiers in the quest to support our people against the coronavirus. In conclusion, I would like also to express our thanks to the Mahasabha of the Hindu Advisory Board, who also gave their undivided support to the SANDF. They have expressed their gratitude and appreciation to our brave men and women who are working tirelessly day and night in support of the nation and also in defending our nation from this deadly, dangerous disease, coronavirus. We do so through we appreciate this support because it shows to the SANDF how our nation appreciates the men and women in uniform. I must also say that we lost some of our soldiers during this coronavirus operation. In my capacity as a Chaplain General, I would like also to convey our deepest condolences, heartfelt condolences, to the families of our soldiers whom we lost during this coronavirus, who passed on in the line of duty. As the Chaplain General, I also draw immense pride and joy to the fact that our partners in the faith, like the Muslim Judicial Council, have communicated and committed themselves to the SANDF operations. And we would like to say to them, on behalf of the Chief of the National Defense Force, General Soli Shoke, we greatly appreciate the support by our country's religious community, and we believe that for South Africa to emerge victorious in the battle against coronavirus, unity of effort and solidarity are key. I thank you, Mr. President. I thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. At this point in juncture, I will request President of the Muslim Judicial Council, Sheikh Abraham, to present his media statement. Thank you.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of God, who is merciful, most gracious. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. All praise and thanks are due to God Almighty, the Creator, the Cherisher, the Nourisher, the Sustainer of the entire universe, whatever it contains. As the President of the Muslim Judicial Council, South Africa, I commend the Commander-in-Chief, President Cyril Ramaphosa, for his decisive leadership in leading the country and dealing with the COVID-19 pandemic. We thank His Excellency for commanding the South African National Defence Force in supporting the South African police services and law enforcement agencies in ensuring that the lockdown regulations are observed by all people in our country. This is indeed an admirable act. We salute the National COVID-19 Command Council in their brave stance in the attempt to combat the virus and contain its spread. The development of the African National Defence Force as a law enforcement agency has assisted the vision of the President and the National COVID-19 Council to contain the spread of this pandemic. The way that the members of the SANDF are dealing with the community is commendable. We experience the deployment and involvement in our communities that has surely had a positive impact. The MJC, being the religious advisory board to the SANDF, wishes to reaffirm their support to this institution and advise that they will continue to adopt best practices in dealing with our communities. Furthermore, the MJC reiterates that there is great need for social behavioral change in all communities in dealing with the COVID-19 pandemic. We also want to emphasize the importance of educating the nation on the subject of this pandemic through all educational institutions and media, which should be done responsibly. To quote the words of our President, COVID-19 is here to stay. Together we can beat this. In conclusion, the pastoral care provided by our chaplain to the SANDF is most essential for their morale, performance and well-being, considering that they are also children of parents, mothers and fathers to children and siblings. Therefore, their well-being is of utmost importance. We commend the Chaplain General Bishop Imangele for his great leadership. May God Almighty bless and protect South Africa. Thank you.
Chaplain General, sir.
I would like, on behalf of the South African National Defence Force, to thank the media for putting us on our toes during this COVID-19. You have been great people in making sure you monitor every move of our security forces. With all some of the mistakes that have taken place, I can assure you that our soldiers in particular are now improving the standard of communication in terms of discipline and respect and treating our people with dignity. That was the initial command. We want to thank the media for putting us on our toes to make sure that we are always doing our work on the right way. We thank you for that, and continue to do so. Ask hard questions, uncomfortable truth that you are looking for. We will definitely respond as such. We want to thank the media. Unfortunately, these are good news, because the media also like bad news. So we don't have bad news. We've got good news now. Please spread them, because it is in the interest of our people on the ground. They are dying. It is a fact of life. Media help us also educate our people about this coronavirus that is killing our people. It is real. It is real. We are concerned. I thank you. To the President.
On behalf of the MJC, I want to thank the media for sterling work done, and the excellent work they are doing for us, for our community. And the purpose must be to educate and bring the awareness to our community and not create fear into them all the time. Because then we're going to have another problem on the other side. So we ask the media to be responsible in how and what they transmit and transmit to the community. But in essence, I want to thank them for always being there and want to know what's going on and keep our people on their feet so that we continue to do the right things at the right times. Thank you very much. I really appreciate all the media are here this morning. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. The media brief is now adjourned.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
And